Yes, it came from outer space to fill the world with terror, to bring you unforgettable suspense. What was it? Where did it come from? Who were the all-powerful
now,
creatures
everyone
that brought from outer
beautifully
space?
punched up.
And what did they want?
Roll the pace as they come down, and our starter has been holding right down the line. And well, Francois Habib has gone very early there, as that Brad McClurk, and Brett Dickey. The whole scene opens up down the middle of the track. The Honda just comes storming on through. Gets through on Rand McClurk and the Grim Ruiner in the 94 Calibra there. Condon goes back 2 spots. Francois Habib was early on the gas. We'll see how that one washes out during this race as Habib looks to the inside.
Now this was a lot of fun. I got a good start. I backed out to that breath route so I knew it was quicker, but now I wanted to try and hang on.
P4 down the front straight. We get up to the flip-flop. He keeps it off the curbs. The sports sedans don't like those curbs.
No, indeed, Darren. It's extremely easy to unsettle these cars. It's even to the point where they have to choose carefully the line that they come over the Jane Hill or the rise at the back part of the circuit. The hot tip is to keep...
Now I was already thinking, holy shit, how long can I hold on to these guys for? I was quite fatigued. Been a long few days and weeks leading up, getting the car ready. But how good's this? Pretty cool.
No, Ippolito leading the way from Habib, but there is a bit of a question mark over the starting procedure there from Francois Habib, one of the gentlemen, one of the fine scholars of the sports sedans paddock, always up for a chat, always smiley, and confirmation there that it's actually been a penalty being slapped on Francois Habib. So unfortunate for the Dodo Commodore. He will receive 5 seconds on top of his lap time, his race time now.
And they were saying that I looked like I jumped for a second there, but I didn't. So I just got a good start. Lots of iRacing starts, mate. Rolling starts. Did them all over COVID.
In the battle for the lead, Ippolito doing a brilliant job holding his own at the head of the field. But on screen here you can see Dean Camp. The car really isn't going as fast as we've seen so far this weekend. And Greg Lynch, the dentist in that Tribute Commodore, coming onto the main straight. He fancies his chances at a run as they come down towards turn 1. And we've also got the Koenig RX-7, that is a V8-powered RX-7, just behind in 8th position, Darren. This is a great race. It's heating up out there, but it's also heating up on track in terms of competition.
There's the RX-7 that Callum just mentioned, Koenig there, just off the back of Greg Lynch. Dean Camp.
Now, yeah, Dean and Greg were catching me. I jumped forward a little bit there. Kept in front of them for a few laps, but I was getting super fatigued now. I can't express to you how hot it was in there and how absolutely stuffed I was. And I was like, I can't quit. I have to keep trying. But I found that in certain parts of the track, I just didn't have the strength and energy to fight. So in the other parts of the track, I really tried to continue to push hard and just try and conserve energy where I could. With no power steering, it just is a real challenge. Dean got a bit out there. I was like, this is pretty cool. I know that he was a bit down on things and struggling, but it was super cool to be able to battle him. And Gregory's behind me now. So again, look, mate, I'm pretty happy. I'm only revving to 7.5 in this car. It'll rev harder. I'm just getting my head around it. I actually don't think some people realise how much quicker I'm going to go. This is just the beginning, and the car has a hell of a lot more in it, and I can't see why, without budget increasing and more time in the car, that I can't be challenging for wins in sports dance. Especially because I was taking it so easy in this race, or this whole race meeting. And so now I've let them by, and to be honest, I did let them by. I just didn't have the energy. Didn't want to fight them. I knew that they were pretty fired up. Obviously, Dean's going for a championship. I definitely don't want to get in his way. And Greg's trying to keep good points in the championship as well. So now I was trying to hang on the best I could. But again, jump forward. They got a bit held up there. I was able to hold on, so there's another lap or so that's gone by. So I'm pretty happy. I'm holding on to them. So that's freaking cool as hell. got a good run here. Getting balked up. Now, this is the thing again. Now, I'm revving it, shifting it 7.5. I'm sitting alongside. Now, imagine if I was revving it to over 8. I think would be a bit of a different story. But again, Greg's on the inside. What am I going to prove?
At the moment, here comes Rand McGlurkin onto the Corvette of Dean Cam. Greg Lynch in there as well. This is another battle. Space frame car versus floor pan car versus space frame car. So what I mean by that, it's just a framework of welded bars put together with an engine and some bodywork over it, like we're looking at there for Dean Cam. The one behind it is a normal ABC pillar with a floor pan and normal hanging panels, and then the Calibra behind is bodywork hanging over a space frame as well, and in the background a floor pan RX-7 with a V8 in it, LS type of V8 in that RX-7, which is very interesting. Graham Gilliland running the only one of the rotaries out there in the 20B in the G&G engineering car. Dean Cam under fire now from Lynch, who won a race a couple of years ago at the Phillip Island Grand Prix. This is not an exterior car, it's a local built car for racing in the HSV club in Vic V8s and also in Victorian Sports Sedans. A very versatile car build. Dean Cam riding the bumps nicely here, just not pulling away. There's 20 kilowatts just gone missing out of Dean Cam's car, and I am pretty sure he needed to get 4th place or better in this race to retain the championship. Otherwise, Francois Habib is in the hot seat for the series. Travis Condon is still certainly there as far as the calculations is concerned, and Ippolito as well, and they're all in that mix inside the top 6 there as well. So Travis Condon doing a brilliant job. Fastest lap of the race. He crosses the strike now to complete 10 laps, just under 4 minutes remaining. Brett Dickey 5 seconds behind now in the Honda, and he is absolutely romping it in. Brett was the fastest car on laps. But Callum, Travis Condon in that bright green Corolla, he's got the spirit of sports sedans with him, hasn't he?
Yeah, he does. He embodies the spirit indeed.
So now I am so fatigued. I'm just hanging on for dear life now. Yeah, it's getting pretty hot in there. I'm just really struggling without the power steering, but I don't want to give in. And now I've jumped forward. I've dropped back off Greg and Dean, and it's the last lap, and I've got Paul in the RX-7 behind me, and I'll be honest, I don't want to lose another spot, so I just sucked it up and actually put in the best lap time of this race on this last racing lap. So it shows that if you dig deep and just push the paint aside, you can do some cool stuff. You can see I've got the visor open. I don't actually like racing with the visor open because of fire risk, and I find when you put the visor down, it just locks you into that zone. You feel like, I don't know, you're in a fighter plane or something. So I'm just trying to get air onto my face, air into my lungs, holding on. You can see I'm glancing up and looking where Paul is. Not to block him or anything, but I just want to keep that gap. Through here, I know that he's not going to be able to get me, so I can be a little bit, yeah, you can see I'm struggling, I'm not pushing as hard. Again, he's right behind me now. I'm like, okay, well, I've got the grunt, so as long as I can keep behind onto the straight, I'm fine. And it was. And so, yeah, awesome race meeting. Thanks, everybody. I know I sweared a lot of times. Big thanks to Penrite, Raceworks, Helltech, Autobahn, Sunbury, and D-Max Speed and Custom for coming on for this round, and for Matt and Danielle for helping me so much this weekend, and my dad and everybody else. You rock. It was awesome. It was awesome.
A green Corolla with a V8 in it.
And you don't get it anywhere else, Darren. So that was race 3 of Sports Sedans. Proudly brought to you by Groove Train, Eastland and QP Lubes, as Darren was talking about. So there you go. Travis Condon wins the race by 2.7 seconds ahead of Brett Dickey in the Honda Prelude. Francois Habib confirmed in position 3 after that 5-second penalty on the Dodo Commodore, but ahead enough to beat home John Ippolito in position 4, Greg Lynch in position 5, Dean Cam, we suspect, limping home in position 6th. Rand McClurkin in position 7 in the number 54 Calibra, Paul Koenig in 8th, Graham Gilliland in 9th position, and Adrian Reid, non-finisher after receiving a mechanical black flag.
Fucking kick ass.
I just got really fucking worn out.
Yeah, it's what we figured. You were cracking some times too, man.
I'm in it, wasn't it?
Fucking brilliant, man.
Do you want to get me out? Can you get me out, please?
But I was like, I can't go in. People helping me. Oh my god, that was the most intense. I was like, fatigue got me. Yeah. That was good shit. Was that coming?